everybody, it's Emily again. I'm really looking forward to reading you another bedtime story. Well, actually, I'm reading you two. We've got Daddy's Little Girl and Daddy's Little Boy, and they're both by Ron Randall and Estelle Cork. So, let's start with Daddy's Little Girl. Emilie lived with her mummy and daddy and baby brother. Emilie was a very busy little girl, but Daddy was always there to help. Daddy and Emilie read books together and played games too. Sometimes Emilie let Daddy win. On Wednesday afternoons, Emilie went to ballet. She had a pink leotard and tights and pink ballet shoes. Daddy always took Emilie to ballet on his bike. He stayed to watch with the other mummies and daddies. "That's my little girl," he would say proudly when it was Emilie's turn to dance. When Emilie started school, Daddy and Emilie walked there together. Emilie was too big to go on Daddy's bike. On the way, they made up songs to sing. When school was over, Daddy was always there to meet Emilie. Emilie loved showing him what she had done that day. "I'm so proud of my clever little girl," Daddy always said. Whoops. On Emilie's birthday, Mummy and Daddy gave Emilie a special present. A brand new bike and a matching helmet. Emilie was excited, but then she was worried. "I don't know how to ride a bike," she said. "Don't worry," said Daddy. "I'll teach you." The next day, Daddy put small stabilizer wheels on Emilie's new bike. Then he showed her how to get on and off the bike and push the pedals with her feet. Daddy stayed close by whilst Emilie was riding up and down the pavement. Before long, Emilie could ride a bike really well. One day, Daddy said, "I think it's time to take the stabilizers off." Emilie wasn't sure, but Daddy promised he'd be right there beside her. Daddy held onto the back of the seat whilst Emilie pedalled the bike. "It feels wobbly," Emilie said. "You're doing fine," said Daddy. "I won't let you fall." Emilie rode all the way down the street. "I think you can let go now, Daddy," she said. "I already have," Daddy called. Emilie was riding her bike all by herself, with no stabilizers. She felt very proud. "That's my girl," said Daddy. He was proud too. At the weekend, Emilie helped Daddy take the special seat off his bike. He fixed it to Mummy's bike. Then they all went on a bike ride in the park. Emilie's little brother rode in the special seat, and Emilie rode right beside Daddy. When they got home that evening, Daddy helped Emilie put her bike away in the garage. "Well," he asked, "how did my little girl enjoy her first bike ride in the park?" "It was great, Daddy," said Emilie. After tea, Emilie handed Daddy drew some pictures. "Daddy, will I always be your little girl?" Emilie asked. Yes, said Daddy, smiling, always. Even though I can ride a grown-up bike, like yours and Mummy's? asked Emilie. Yes, said Daddy. Even then, no matter how big you get, you'll always be my little girl. Emilie was glad. So, I hope you enjoyed Daddy's Little Girl. Now we're going to be reading Daddy's Little Boy. Tom and his daddy were best mates. They spent lots of time together and did so many things. Tom helped Daddy in the garden, and every weekend he helped him wash his car. Tom and Daddy played catch together, and they played football in the park. That's my little boy, Daddy would say proudly. Daddy and Tom even went to the barber shop together. I want a haircut just like Daddy's, said Tom. You're certainly a Daddy's little boy, the barber said. Daddy decided to build a birdhouse for the back garden and asked Tom to help him. You're a very good helper, Tom, Daddy said. When the birdhouse was finished, Tom helped Daddy put it in a big tree in the garden. I helped Daddy make that, he told his friend Jamie, who had come to play that afternoon. One day, Daddy and Tom were looking at a book together. The book was about knights and castles. Tom looked at the pictures again and again. I wish I had a castle to play with, said Tom. I could have pretend battles. Why don't we build a castle, said Daddy. That's a great idea, Daddy, said Tom. I'll draw a picture of what it should look like. He got some paper and his crayons and drew a wonderful castle with turrets and a gatehouse, just like the one in the book. I'll use your pictures to make some plans, said Daddy. When Daddy's plans were finished, he and Tom went to buy the supplies they would need. That afternoon and all the next day, Tom and Daddy were busy at Daddy's workbench in the garage. Daddy sawed the wood, and Tom helped him with the gluing and hammering. Mummy looked at all the work Tom and Daddy had done. Well done, Tom, she said. You certainly are Daddy's little boy. At last, the castle was finished. It's brilliant, Daddy, exclaimed Tom. My little boy and I make a good team, said Daddy. Daddy had a special surprise for Tom. Some model knights to go with the castle. Thank you, Daddy, said Tom, his eyes shining. After dinner, Daddy and Tom had a pretend battle with the model knights. Tom's knights won. That night, as Daddy took Tom into bed, Tom said, Daddy, am I still your little boy? Of course you are, said Daddy. Even though my knights can beat yours in a battle, asked Tom sleepily. Yes, said Daddy, you will always be my little boy. I'm glad, said Tom, and he fell fast asleep. Well, I hope you have some sweet dreams.